I'm Amy Kenyon and I'm 16 years old. Scary first World Cup track walk. I did the jump into the finish for the first time in my qualies run. We're like, you never get your first World Cup again, but you've got the whole rest of your life to improve your results.
It's been a switch in my brain that I'm more focused on like developing and helping.
This year, that's the first track I've got to and I haven't been like, oh, I really want to ride this. I got there and I was like, oh, but this is going to be really difficult. It feels really, really fast, but there's other people going 10 times faster than you. If you think you're going fast, go faster. Felt like the whole track was just 100 miles an hour. Because I've never been faced with anything like that before, where I've actually been really nervous to ride it. Is anyone taking that high line there? You don't get to choose tracks. Realistically, I just have to suck it up and get on with it. Right, severe speed is coming. I didn't really know where I was going to slot in, and then I came down into 9th and I was really disappointed.
So I feel like she thinks we expect too much of her, because when I ask her like how things are going, she's like, yeah, it's all really good, yeah, I've done all the jumps, and then when we watch her GoPros back, she's not doing all the jumps, and there's a little bit of I think separation between how things are going and what she's actually feeding back. So I've been trying to I don't know, and like let her know that there is not this expectation and pressure, it's all new, and it's like, don't worry about it, it's so new, it's so different, and let her kind of maybe feel comfortable with being a bit more honest. But I mean, Amy, like, I wasn't sure if she would get this track figured out at all.
I was looking through Instagram at night and I was like, every scroll was like crash, crash, crash. I don't want that to be me. Obviously I've been nervous before, but really like, oh no. From the past couple of races I've worked out little bits that I need to work on, but this has been the first race that I've been like, actually, I have a lot to work on.
It's the first time that she's maybe had an expectation, whereas before she's just sort of, I'll do a run and see, and now she's like, right, if I have a good run, I should be about 5th. And then she's had a good run and she wasn't. So she's like, right, okay, there's work to do. And it's a weird thing. Like at home, you'd probably be like, oh yeah, Amy was really disappointed. And we're like, yes. It's like, the reason it's good is because it lets us know and lets her know that she wants it. So now there's a little spark of desire there, which is really important.
I think that goal setting is really important. And I think after she basically blew all our goals out of the park in Fort William, we as a team and as a structure failed to recalibrate and talk to her. Do we go back to plan A where we're just trying to get a podium in the rest of the season? Or are we just trying to kind of just eke up the scoreboard again?
Oh, yo!
I don't know, it was just funny. It didn't really feel like a race this weekend. I spoke to a lot of people and they said the same thing though. It was hard to know what was going on because every run it was completely different. And yeah, I was on the floor quite a lot. Yeah. I was having fun. That's the main thing.
I wouldn't say results are like the ultimate goal. The ultimate goal is to improve as a rider and get yourself to what you feel your potential is. And if results come from that, that's amazing. That's brilliant. Love it. I feel like Aimi does have a lot further to go as a rider and her technical skills. That's kind of what I feel like Aimi should be doing through the year. So it's building up her technical skills and building up her experience at World Cups. And I feel like the other thing is almost getting her to, like, she rides everything really well, but we need to help her to, you know, push on her speed. Because she's riding everything extremely competently, had a really good, clean run at this World Cup, but she can go faster. Like, she got to her bottom of a run and she was like, yeah, I wasn't actually really that tired. And it's like, there's more to give then.
I think my whole goal for the weekend was just to get top 5. Fort William, obviously, that was a bit of a unexpected success, I guess. I think it was just nice to show that on a track that I've never ridden before, that was like brand new, that I could still be in the top 5. I was really, really happy with that.
Look, here it is! So it's like, it's tricky and it's like really far from home in America, never been here before, kind of a lot of unknowns. Yeah, I didn't know how she would do it. I felt like she could improve on what she'd done previously, so she's kind of been around about between 10th to 5th at most of the other races, except for Fort William. So I kind of felt like she'd be at the top end of that, around about 5th, maybe 4th.
You go there. You go there. She just went. I did have pressure on her.
The fresh bit in the woods, I literally every run I was going down with my feet off. The last rock garden of the new section, every run I messed it up and I didn't, I was like, I'm not going to stop and look. I just kept right in. I probably should have stopped and watched a few lines and stuff like that, but I was just like, oh, just keep going, Amy. In my run out, I was like, that was tragic. I was thinking 7th.
I think that was optimum conditions on this track for her to get a really good result, which is sick. She's taken advantage of her strengths, which is what you do. And I think it's cool. I think the people that do well in the wet are usually the best bike riders. It's just a fact. They see it in MotoGP and Formula One and stuff. It's the best drivers that do well in the wet. If we can just get there to figure out the kind of more high speed, high intensity stuff, man, yeah, it's cool.
Person riding for Pinkbike, it's Aimi.
But watching her helmet cams and stuff and talking with her as she was going through practice, it was looking really good. On the super fast stuff, compared to how she was at the start of the year. We did some riding and some real dry, dusty stuff at the start of the year. Her speed has increased quite considerably. working on the big features though. There's not really like a plan to her kind of like practice and race weekend. It's more like, let's see what happens, I'll see how I feel. And then she ends up in situations where she's run out of practice and there's features she's not done that she wants to do. And it happened in Snowshoe. And looking back at the footage, she probably could have won that race.
I kind of knew that I wasn't going to do as well as I did in Snowshoe, but also at the same time I was like, I want to do as well as I did in Snowshoe. So not doing the jump at the end probably cost me 4th place.
Do you like fear crashing on a race run? Do you think about that?
Sometimes. Yeah. Not in Snowshoe I didn't. You can't be like, yeah, I'm gonna crash now, and that'll be it. It's like, who knows, like a rock can just like roll out on track or something. It's nothing you can control, I guess. I need to just learn how to just switch off and be like, right, this is it.
Yeah, so World Champs is completely separate. It's a separate event. It's nothing to do with the World Cup series. It's the top 7 from each nation are allowed to race. So from Pinkbike Racing Team, that means Aimi is getting to race.
Act normal. Not many people get this opportunity. So she must have been pretty stoked to even be there in the first place, and she must have been thinking with the results in the year that she could maybe do this. But when she turned up and the track was really similar to Andorra, as in very fast, quite dry, big jumps, she must have been thinking, this might be pretty difficult.
Yeah.
More flow.
Whoa. Crashed on the road gap. Did Max tell you?
Are you alive?
Yeah, my pinky's sore, my knuckle's sore, but that's it.
Yeah, Max was just like, Amy just crashed on the big step down. We're like, is she okay? Yes.
Oh my god.
Alors si on a une bonne idée. Et voilà, cherchez.
Too early, Amy, too early.
Amy's mum got Amy a good luck gift.
I don't want to touch him, buddy! Yeah. Okay. I'm quick. Right. Bye.
Have fun, see you soon. Oh, a bit dirty.
What's me here? Quite a young age, I've just watched all the World Cups on Red Bull TV, and I've been like, whoa, that's the coolest thing in the world, and now I get to go race them.
Now she's going to be on the podium, putting this young down in one World Cup.
It's Amy again, yeah.
With all considerations taken in, it was a good run. I'm really happy. Fourth, I'm stoked on fourth. That's like my third best ever result, and fourth in the world at World Champs is kind of mad, so I'm really happy.
Right, ready?
Yeah. Wait, I need to put it like down a little bit further. Yeah, so USA. The hardest part of the weekend was the podium. It's so scary. Oh, I don't know what to do. What do I do with my hands?